Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video we showed you how to create these round gallery thumbnails here with lightbox effect. Today we're going to add a hover effect to them so that they grow, pop out to the front and blur out a bit of the background. If I hover over, you'll see exactly what I mean here. Jumping to the front and it's whiting out a bit of the images behind. Now we're using a bit of CSS to do this today, but don't let that put you off. Any CSS I write I'll put down below the video and you're welcome to use it. And of course you've still got the lightbox effect on these, so if you click on them they're going to pop out into the lightbox. Okay, well let's get started. This is where we left off last time. And I'll put the URL for this video just down below the video. Anybody needs to watch this. So we've got our gallery thumbnails and we've given our gallery a CSS ID of gallery round or gal RND, and we're affecting the images there. So to make this work today, I'm going to copy this class name. I'm going to jump down a couple and pop that in there. Now after the IMG with no gap, I'm going to put a colon. I'm going to put the word hover. Then I'm going to open and close some curly brackets and we can set our hover state. I'm just going to go back to this page and refresh it. It should take away that hover state now and be back to how you were when I left the video yesterday. Yep, there it is. There's where we left yesterday. Okay, well the first thing I want to do when I hover over it is I want it to grow. So I'm going to use a bit of transform scale for that. Transform, colon, scale, open some rounded brackets, and inside you can tell it how much you want it to scale by. Now you can do width and height separately by putting a comma in between, but I'm going to have the same for both, so I'm going to put just one entry in. I'm going to say I want it to grow by about 2.2%. which is pretty big. Now if you wanted width and height separately, you just put a comma in there and then put your new value in for your height behind it, so you'd have width and height, so 1.2, whatever you wanted for your separate value. But I want the same for both, so I'm just leaving it 2.2 there. Let's put a little semicolon on, and as you can see when we jump up we got that hover. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this whole thing to the front so that we're actually going to lose that icon here, because I want this, when it grows like that, to be on top of everything else. Because at the moment it's scaling, but it's sort of behind the ones that are to the right of it, which have obviously got a higher Z index. So let's take care of that. I'm going to drop down a line. Now so we can change the Z index, let's give it a position of relative, colon, relative. And don't forget this code will be down below if you just wanted to copy and paste it and change it to how you need it. Now we've got our position relative, we can give it a higher Z index so it appears in front of all the others. So at the moment we've got that one overlaying and this one overlaying. If I hover on there, we want the big one to be on top. So let's give it a real high Z index. Z index is the number the elements of a website used for forwards and backwards. For instance, something with a Z index of 5 will always appear on top of something with a Z index of 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. So we're going to give this a real high Z index, like a crazy number. Let's put a bunch of 9s in here perhaps. Put a little semicolon. Let's see if it works. Yep. And as you can see now that's popped out, it's in front of everything else that we've got there. Just what I wanted. But the actual time it's taking to do it is absolutely instant. So I want to slow that down so it's more gradual, and I want to kind of white out a bit of the background so it focuses more on our little thumbnail here. So to white out the background, I'm going to use a bit of box shadow, but like a crazy amount. So let's say box shadow. And I want it to be centered, so I don't want any left and right, so I'm going to put 0. I don't want any up and down, so I'm going to put 0 there as well. I do want it to spread quite a lot, 50 pixels, and I do want a huge blur of maybe 100 pixels, and I want it to kind of blur out into the background, and my background there is white, so I'm going to put in the same as my background color, which is hashtag FFF, which is the hex for white right there. Put a semicolon. Let's see what we've got now. And as you can see, now it's popping out. It's kind of blurring out. It's got that white ring around it that's kind of blurring out the background there, which is just what we want. And whichever one we pop on, it's going to do that now, so it's kind of focusing. You could use a black or a dark color, something like that, if you wanted to, and have a dark effect like that. But I quite like the white. It's using our background there. But obviously do what works for you. Okay, and as I said before, the actual time it's taking to do that is way too quick. I want it to sort of gradually and gracefully flow into that big shape. So in our regular state up here, I'm going to add some transition duration. So I'm going to say transition dash duration colon, and let's give it about a second. That should make it nice and graceful. Let's try that now. That's a bit more like it. And we don't have to get rid of the overlay because it's behind our image now because of the Z index. So that's working nicely, and of course when we click on it, it's going to pop out into a light box. So if we've done everything correctly now, we should be good to go. Let's publish our changes. I'll paste this all down below for anybody that wants to use it. Here's our original. Now if I refresh this page, we've got our little hover effect going on there. And it doesn't matter which one you click on, it's going to be in front. Or which one you hover on, I should say, it's going to be in front. And then when you click on it, it's going to pop out into your light box, and you've got all the features like scrolling through, clicking to get back off. So there you go, guys. There's a grow hover effect for your rounded gallery images. I hope you found this useful today and enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.